Battlefront 2's story is canon. Will we see the fall of Luke's academy and the turn of Kylo Ren? Will we see how Snoke enters the picture? Answers to these questions and more ahead. What's up, YouTube? My name is Justin, this is the Den of Nerds, and today I'm here to talk to you about all of the exciting possibilities of Star Wars Battlefront 2's new story mode, which, yes, is canon. I'm going to get to what we know, what we hope, and at the end of the video, I'll give my opinion on the possibility of the rise and fall of Luke's new Jedi being in this game. Now, we all know that the previous game famously lacked a story mode option, leaving many players to believe that it was released in an unfinished state, or that it was simply a beta test for the real game, this upcoming iteration of Star Wars Battlefront. But Battlefront 2 will come with a story mode. We had a trailer released not too long ago, and it's brought us so many exciting possibilities to this new canon chapter in the Star Wars saga.
Burn these ideas away.
The writing team behind Battlefront 2 definitely gives me a lot of hope for a very successful story. We have Walt Williams, best known for writing the critically acclaimed shooter Spec Ops: The Line, and Mitch Dyer, former reporter for IGN. If you haven't had an opportunity to play Spec Ops: The Line, I cannot recommend it enough. It's a title that really turns the first-person shooter on its head, and has a couple of incredibly intense scenes that illustrate the brutality of modern war. Really just an excellent game. This writing team gives me faith in Battlefront 2's story. So let's get right into the story itself and why it's exciting that this era of galactic history is being explored. The player will be taking the role of Iden Versio, an elite TIE fighter pilot, and a member of the Empire's elite Spec Ops force, Inferno Squad. While we have received confirmation that we will play segments of the story mode as established Star Wars heroes such as Luke Skywalker, the main story itself will primarily focus on Iden. Iden is a character who grew up firmly believing in the Empire, and in the Emperor as well. She's a character with this vision of a truly united galaxy, a galaxy of order. This is in part to her growing up on the planet of Vardos, a whole new planet in the Star Wars lore. Vardos is a planet that has benefited immensely from Imperial rule, and its citizens view the Empire as hope, stability, and order, while the Rebellion is nothing more than a dangerous terrorist organization seeking to bring all of that crumbling down. Our story will pick up right at the end of the Battle of Endor, with Iden and crew witnessing the destruction of the Death Star and vowing to take revenge on the Rebellion for killing their Emperor. One thing that definitely has me hopeful for the story is that Steve Blank, creative executive at Lucasfilm, has said that Iden will go down as a heroic character despite her Imperial allegiance. It doesn't seem as though Iden will have some sort of realization that her allegiance is wrong or anything of the sort. She will likely fight for the Empire until the bitter end. This yet again contributes to that gray morality that Lucasfilm has become so fond of. It's that is going to bring out a truly interesting story. The implications of the time period that this is in are very interesting as well. We've only just recently had the new canon start exploring this area between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, a place in canon once occupied by the Thrawn trilogy, in place of The Force Awakens. There are plenty of encounters in the books that have been released so far that we will hopefully be able to participate in as Iden. It's possible that we may meet Gallius Rax and participate in the final showdown on Jakku, detailed at the end of the Aftermath trilogy, and present as a battle in the previous Star Wars Battlefront game as DLC. With Jakku as a centerpiece, we may actually get a good look at the Observatory, a place Palpatine wished to safeguard that held powerful Sith artifacts. Might this be a stepping stone to a neat new piece of lore, such as where Kylo Ren got his mask, since these observatories can contain Sith artifacts? Who's to say? What we know for sure is that something is on Jakku that makes it a centerpiece of the new trilogy, and Battlefront 2's story has the potential to provide us more than a few answers in what would likely be its final act. That's not to say the rest of the story doesn't have potential either. With all of Disney's new canon up for grabs, we could see many other characters make their appearance after the Battle of Endor. Might Great Admiral Thrawn have some sort of huge position within the Imperial Remnant? Will there be an epic showdown between Inferno Squadron and Luke Skywalker? From the trailers, that actually appears to be the case. Will we participate on the Imperial side of the liberation of Kashyyyk, as detailed in Aftermath Life Debt? That's certainly possible, and in my opinion, highly likely. Then there's the biggest question of all. Are we going to find out that the battles of this Imperial Remnant were possibly how the seed of the First Order were planted? With Williams at the helm, I wouldn't be surprised if the story went past Jakku, and we had to play as a warped and twisted Inferno Squadron, abducting children to join the First Order. This story of the last days of the Empire can really get dark, and with the stakes as high for Iden and crew as they are, I really hope it does. There are several factors that make Battlefront 2's story a really intriguing idea. The biggest factor would have to be the Imperial perspective. Usually in the saga films, we always have the Empire cast in the role of this ominous bad guy, this evil order, this threat that chokes the life out of the galaxy. But with Lucasfilm moving forward with this concept of Grey in the saga films, it seems like it's going to extend out into these new games as well. Not everyone saw the Empire as the bad guy, and this fresh perspective is going to do nothing less than expand the lore and give us a better understanding of the Empire as a whole. It's quite similar to EA's Star Wars The Old Republic game's take on the Empire. Yes, there are scenes that cast it as this evil force ruled viciously by the Sith, but it's those moments of grey, as evidenced in areas like the Imperial Agent story, that really turn the Empire into this interesting, multifaceted force. It seems as though they're going to do something similar in this game as well. Now, as far as the rise and fall of Luke's Jedi, that's a little shaky. We do know that there is going to be content from The Last Jedi in Battlefront 2. It's already been marketed to us as a pre-order bonus. But as far as actually seeing the scene where Luke's Jedi fall, I feel like that will likely be limited to the movies. We may see what leads up to it. We may see something similar to the rise of the First Order and the rise of Snoke. Maybe play some sort of mission later in the timeline where we're hunting an older, more grayed Luke Skywalker and his remnant Jedi. But will we actually be the person that takes down Luke's Jedi Order alongside Kylo Ren? I don't believe so. I think they're going to be saving all of that for the saga films. What do you guys think? Do you have faith in Battlefront 2's story? How do you feel about it being a canon part of the Star Wars universe? What other areas of canon would you like explored? Would you like them to bring anything else back from Legends to use in either these games or any sort of future Star Wars media going forward? Let us know in the comments. As always, we here at The Den appreciate your support. Please like this video if you found it interesting, subscribe if you have not, and be sure to check out all of our other Star Wars videos as well. We love Star Wars here, and we want to provide you with the best coverage, and I will be leading the charge into covering Battlefront 2 well into its release and beyond with any additional content we may get. As we always say here at The Den, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll catch you later.